Remember who we are. We're the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together.
Despite his age, Joe Biden, the 46th President of the United States, is a self-described gaffe machine. But his meandering answers and weird lapses are now happening more frequently. From falling on stage after tripping to blabbing, God Save the Queen, these behaviors draw new scrutiny. In today's video, we will talk about some of these events and what could possibly be the cause. During President Joe Biden's keynote speech at the National Safer Community Summit held at the University of Hartford, an intriguing moment left attendees with some lingering questions. As he wrapped up his approximately 30-minute address to a gathering of gun control activists and gun violence survivors in Lincoln Theater, the president shared an unexpected remark that caught the audience's attention. After concluding his speech, President Biden descended to the crowd to personally shake hands with attendees. However, on this occasion, he explained that impending storms prevented him from doing so. Instead, he devised an alternative plan, snapping pictures from the stage, capturing each audience section before departing. And then he brought up an intriguing phrase. "All right, God save the Queen, man," President Biden said, leaving many listeners wondering about the significance of his statement. To delve into the context, the phrase "God Save the Queen" holds significance in British culture as it's associated with the national hymn of the United Kingdom. However, since the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September and the coronation of her son, King Charles III, the alternate phrase "God Save the King" is now more appropriate. The president's mention of God Save the Queen in Connecticut, one of the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Britain in 1776, adds an interesting layer. Connecticut, known as the Constitution State, holds historical significance as it was the fifth state to ratify the United States Constitution, a milestone celebrated 235 years ago. Furthermore, it's worth mentioning that the first state to ratify the Constitution was Delaware, Biden's home state. Drawing an unexpected parallel, the Sex Pistols, a renowned punk rock band, released a song called "God Save the Queen." While the exact connection between President Biden's remark and the song remains open to interpretation, it adds another intriguing facet to the mix. The complexity of the situation even prompted confusion among news outlets relying on the White House pool report, which typically provides a detailed account of the president's public engagements. This seemingly random comment caught the attention of Dallas Morning News White House bureau chief Todd Gilman and other pool reporters who were left unsure of its meaning and intent. Gilman expressed his confusion in a dispatch, stating that even he and his colleagues needed to be more knowledgeable about the president's remark. The statement quickly gained traction on Twitter, with many users questioning and criticizing the 80-year-old president for what they perceived as a slip-up or mistake. To clarify the situation, the White House press office later claimed that Biden was commenting to someone in the crowd, according to BBC News. However, the exact context and intended meaning behind the remark remain unclear. But wait, there's more. Over the years, President Joe Biden's behavior towards women has garnered attention, earning him the controversial nickname of Creepy Uncle Joe. Initially, the media largely dismissed his conduct as more of a punchline than a genuine concern. However, a turning point occurred last year when Lucy Flores, a former candidate for lieutenant governor of Nevada, came forward with her account in a piece published by New York Magazine's The Cut. Flores alleged that during a campaign event in 2014, Biden invaded her personal space, scenting her hair and planting an unwelcome kiss on her head. This revelation prompted other women to share their uncomfortable experiences with the former vice president. In response to the mounting accusations, Biden released a video acknowledging the shifting social norms and pledging to adapt accordingly. Unfortunately, recent incidents suggest that Biden's behavior hasn't lived up to his promises of change. A recent visit to the White House by actress and producer Eva Longoria generated considerable buzz in the media. Longoria posted several photos from her visit, with one capturing a particularly notable moment. In the image, President Joe Biden can be seen embracing Longoria, displaying a level of intimacy that caught the attention of internet users. The incident raised eyebrows as the president seemed to disregard the expected boundaries in such encounters. Following his speech at the screening of Longoria's directorial debut, Flamin' Hot, Biden opted for a hug instead of a handshake, deviating from the norm in such settings. However, the extended duration of his hands on Longoria's waist stood out, prompting her to move away hastily. It's worth mentioning that Longoria revealed she first encountered Biden when she was just 17 and he was 40. It is worth noting that Longoria supported Biden in the 2020 election and raised substantial money for former President Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. In the film Flamin' Hot, which Biden referred to during his remarks, the story revolves around Richard Montanez, a Mexican-American janitor at Frito-Lay, who pitches a plan to boost sales of the beloved Cheetos brand. Biden connected the film to the courage of immigrants who left everything behind to establish a new life in the United States. For Longoria, the story resonated as she faced numerous obstacles and naysayers throughout her career due to her gender and background. Longoria emphasized her team's efforts in creating an authentic and inclusive film that celebrates the American entrepreneurial dream while acknowledging that the dream isn't equally accessible to everyone. According to Longoria, the film sheds light on the existing disparities. However, these incidents remind us that despite Biden's acknowledgement of changing social norms, his behavior continues to raise questions. Finally, during the graduation ceremony for the U.S. Air Force Academy, President Joe Biden encountered a moment that caught the attention of attendees and the online community. After delivering his commencement address and congratulating the graduates, Biden experienced a stumble as he descended from the podium. In a swift response, Secret Service agents and an Air Force officer quickly aided him, pulling him back to his feet. Thankfully, the 80-year-old president appeared unharmed and proceeded with the event, standing and engaging with individuals in attendance. Reports from pool journalists accompanying Biden noted that he seemed to have stepped over a black sandbag used to stabilize his teleprompter. After recovering, he gestured back at the sandbag, adding a touch of lightheartedness to the incident. Assuring concerned observers, White House Director of Communications Ben LaBelle tweeted that Biden was fine and explained that the stumble was due to a sandbag on stage during the handshaking portion of the event. Following the ceremony, when reporters inquired about his well-being, Biden playfully quipped, "I got sandbagged," upon his return to the White House. Although he did not provide any further comments, he made a gesture to reassure the media of his condition by showcasing some footwork before entering. It is worth noting that Biden's age and physical condition have been subjects of discussion, especially concerning his potential re-election in 2024. As the oldest president in history, he would reach 86 at the end of a potential second term. When asked about his age, Biden expressed respect for voters' concerns and emphasized that he feels fantastic and optimistic about the future. Reflecting on his decision to run for president, he said he gave it considerable thought and believes the voters will ultimately decide whether he's up to the task. While the stumble at the graduation ceremony sparked attention, it serves as a reminder of the ongoing discussions surrounding Biden's age and physical well-being in the context of his presidential responsibilities. With Biden already being America's oldest president and seeking a second term that would take him into his mid-80s, these behaviors are bound to raise questions about his physical and mental condition. Let's know your thoughts on whether these actions affect his ability to fulfill his presidential duties. Remember to subscribe and enable notifications to stay informed. If you're looking for some more infotainment, don't miss the opportunity to stream. Check out the videos pooping up on your screens now.